By this point, you might already be tired of hearing about Min Hee-jin and HYBE, but given what took place, South Korean music, culture, and financial critics shared their own thoughts on the matter, and let's just say that they didn't hold back. After Min Hee-jin's conference went viral, the whole of South Korea pretty much declared that they're on her side. This sentiment can be seen everywhere on the internet, and if you can read Korean, you'll find that Korean netizens are having a blast with this controversy because they take jabs at HYBE at any chance they get. To be honest, it appears that it came at a time when the whole Korean public was pretty much fed up with HYBE in every way imaginable, and we aren't talking just about netizens, but also about people from the K-pop industry. It's best seen by the fact that SM and YG employees showed their support for Min Hee-jin and expressed their understanding of her situation. If you're wondering why this happened, the answer is very simple. The thing is that HYBE really tried to do too many things and take control over the music market, which eventually became oversaturated by their groups and made other companies change their already established strategies. Buying out small companies, branching out into various industries, and signing deals with very controversial people like Scooter Braun, that's just to name a few things that caused a bit of a turmoil and harmed HYBE's reputation. Over time, things piled up and it all erupted when Min Hee-jin revealed many shady things that went behind the closed door at the company. Among international K-pop fans, Min Hee-jin struggled to gain sympathy points and many remained skeptical about her claims. It's very common to see this with the international fans, as it's been a trend for years to be a fan of an entertainment agency more than the artists themselves. Although it's possible to observe this trend with almost any entertainment company, it's mostly common with HYBE and most specifically with Big Hit Entertainment. Fans of BTS often think that a criticism aimed at HYBE or Bang Si Hyuk, its founder, is aimed at BTS. Even a comment on one of our videos about the controversy said, "When you attack Bang Si Hyuk, you attack BTS." It seems like some people get completely blindsided by K-pop agencies and forget that while Min Hee-jin is pretty much on her own in this, her opponent is a billion-dollar conglomerate that will stop at nothing until they get what they want. She herself said at the very beginning of her conference, "To be honest, I felt that the PR from HYBE has been more intense than the PR for artists. This is how much they were capable of, is what I thought." The reason why we're bringing up this strange trend of K-pop fans standing agencies and not the artists is that while Korean netizens stand strongly on Min Hee-jin's side, the international ones continue to attack her and minimize her contribution that she made in the K-pop industry. What's probably behind this is the clear bias among many K-pop stans, as they already have preconceived ideas about Min Hee-jin and think that Bang Si Hyuk can do no wrong. Well, how could he when he was the person who made BTS, right? This seems to be the argument many of the international fans have. However, when you look at it closely, what used to be HYBE's biggest asset is now their biggest flaw. Look at it this way. When Bang Si Hyuk created HYBE labels and decided to acquire many other small entertainment agencies, he managed to quickly diversify the company's portfolio and create a conglomerate out of his previously small agency. He acquired already established K-pop groups and now could control what they'll put out, when they'll put it out, and how they'll put it out. In simpler terms, he could control the music market to some extent because he had a large portfolio of extremely popular groups and could ensure that they wouldn't promote simultaneously and wouldn't compete against one another. So from having just BTS, he got 17, New East, G-Friend, Fromis9, and others. Of course, it would be worth mentioning the tragic fates of some of these groups that ended up getting the short end of the stick, as they simply got cut off without any prior discussion. We're referring to the tragic and horrible disbandment of G-Friend, who had no clue that they would be disbanding in the first place. Many international K-pop fans blamed Min Hee-jin for the group's disbandment after it was alleged that she stole Source Music employees and trainees. This claim in the first place is ridiculous because there's simply no way Min Hee-jin could steal the company's employees, as it wasn't in her power at the time to do so. When HYBE set up a door for her, they had to approve of the employees and trainees she was taking with her, so to say she destroyed G-Friend is a total stretch. International fans spread on Twitter that Min Hee-jin is the reason why G-Friend disbanded, but she strongly denied this. Min claimed that she was asked to lead the auditions for a new girl group under Source Music, but the auditions were going horribly wrong as they didn't attract enough attention. People were simply not interested in joining Source Music because at that point it wasn't known that HYBE acquired the company. Source Music apparently struggled, and it appears that they cut G-Friend off as a reason to have enough money to launch their new girl group, which would end up being Le Seraphim. But this is just speculation, and although Min explained her position, it's unclear why the group really disbanded. Now, after the press conference went viral, there were many K-pop fans who spread mistranslated posts completely taken out of context that could be interpreted in various ways. So the contrast between why Korean fans were on her side and why the international stans were against her was pretty easy to explain. Many people just didn't understand what she was trying to say and where she was coming from. Koreans could easily relate to Min Hee-jin because she was freely speaking up against a huge company that tried to paint her as this evil mastermind. Through her, these Korean netizens could vicariously live their own truths and feel like they're also standing up against all the horrible things that they might have encountered and experienced when working in the office or in the entertainment industry. What's the creepiest part that got seemingly overlooked in all the articles and posts about the conference is that Min Hee-jin mentioned that the company is trying to kill her multiple times. In one of her statements, she said that they were all conspiring against her and tried to figuratively kill her, coming at her like a pack of wolves. But despite HYBE's best efforts to destroy Min Hee-jin, more and more people are coming up to express their thoughts on the matter. As we hinted at the beginning of the video, culture critics spoke up and shared some insight into HYBE's biggest flaw, which was its way of setting up the multi-label system. According to the culture critic Cha Woo-jin, HYBE made a big mistake by not guaranteeing autonomy and independence to each of the labels that they acquired. What's more, HYBE is refusing to acknowledge the issue that Min Hee-jin brought up in the first place, and that was stealing her concepts that she made for New Jeans and giving them to HYBE. By doing so, HYBE is basically avoiding clearing up the situation and giving more control to Min Hee-jin, since she made it clear that she's going nowhere without New Jeans. Even K-pop critic Ha Jae-gun expressed that Min made her stance very clear during the conference. Ha said that by wearing the same clothes as New Jeans, she made it obvious that she and the members are inseparable. Ha continued by saying, "Now that she is seen as a hero to so many young women, it will be more difficult for HYBE to deal with her. It's strange to see that a huge company put in so much effort to shatter the reputation of a single woman. It almost feels like HYBE wanted to get rid of her once they thought that they no longer needed her, but this is where they went awfully wrong." As per recent reports, Min Hee-jin's label Adore was one of the very few labels under HYBE that generated a positive profit in 2023, while 11 other subsidiaries made zero profit, in fact ended up losing money. What's even stranger is that she herself revealed that while she received 2 billion won in incentives for making a huge profit for the company, Park Ji-won, the CEO of HYBE, received 1 billion despite the fact that his performance generated negative numbers. When she brought this up and asked him why he's getting 1 billion won and she's getting 2 when her performance was much better, he said that he's a CEO of HYBE and that CEOs are meant to get that. The difference in how HYBE treats Min Hee-jin, who is the only female CEO at the company, and how they treat the rest is also best seen in how much they invested in New Jeans and how much they invested in KOOKIELIT. For New Jeans, HYBE gave Adore only 16.1 billion won, while for KOOKIELIT they set aside 150 billion won. So the question that arises is, how does HYBE want to seize control over Adore after asking Min Hee-jin to leave when other labels under their multi-label system are failing to match numbers generated by her and New Jeans? HYBE's shares fell by 15% since January, which is a huge drop. For investors, this is a warning sign that something bad is going on, as revealed by An Hyung-jin, who is a chief investment officer at Billionfold Asset Management. No matter how you look at it, significant changes are set to take place at HYBE because their multi-label system simply failed. The only groups who are generating enough profit are BTS, 17, TXT, and New Jeans, while the rest are falling behind. It's gonna be interesting to watch how the company deals with it once the controversy is over.